Barbecue time. Looks tasty, doesn't it? But unless you're from Japan, this cooking stove might look a little unusual. It's actually called a shichirin and is a traditional Japanese charcoal stove with a history of over 400 years. The stove is made from a soft sedimentary rock called diatomite. Traditionally, a shichirin is round, but this particular one is rectangular to make it easier to use as a barbecue grill. This is a town called Suzu on the Noto Peninsula. About 3/4 of the peninsula is composed of diatomite, the largest deposit in Japan. The diatomite found in the Noto Peninsula is said to be easy to shape because of its clay content. This is the entrance to the tunnel that leads to the mine. The ground near the entrance is made slippery by the subterranean water flowing out and by tracks left by the carts used to carry out the blocks of earth. Right now, in the midst of winter, the temperature inside the tunnel is warmer than the temperature outside, and the tepid air is filled with the unique smell of earth. Halfway through the tunnel, we encounter a group of bats. We move further along the tunnel. We finally arrive at the mine. We begin to hear the rhythmical sounds of a worker carving into the earth. Getting closer to the worker, we notice that he is using a special kind of elongated chisel to steadily carve out grooves in the wall. After the grooves are carved, the worker knocks in a wedge to detach the block from the wall. After a certain number of blocks have been prepared this way, then they're carried out of the mine. The blocks of diatomite are then carried to the factory to be carved into the shape of the cooking stove. Then, using chisels and other tools, the piece is carved further along lines that have been traced beforehand. The natural composition of the earth takes advantage of the natural qualities of the material, such as its lightweight and insulating properties. Because the structure of the diatomite itself is sturdy, the stove won't easily crack. Just like charcoal, when diatomite is heated, it releases far-infrared rays. This is said to bring out the natural flavor of the ingredients, making them even more tasty. Our featured product today, an earthenware pizza oven, is the product of Noto Peninsula's diatomite and the shichirin manufacturers who honed their skills over generations. This oven, named DOGAMA'K, is a model made with locally produced diatomite bricks stacked together. The temperature inside the oven is between 300 and 450 degrees Celsius. It takes 1 to 5 minutes to cook a pizza in it. Thanks to the effect of the far-infrared rays, the heat rapidly penetrates the food, making the pizza dough rise without burning its surface. The DOGAMA'K comes in 2 types, one that uses charcoal and one that uses gas. Since it does not use firewood and the flames do not come into direct contact with the food, it does not produce any smoke, making it possible to use indoors.
ピザ窯っていうと普通は石窯という形で我々も理解してましたんで、けいそうどでピザ窯っていう発想は今までなかったんですね。それが学生さんのそういう提案をいただいて、その形も非常に良かったですし、で皆さんかっこいいし、これ新しくこういう形がピザが焼けるであればすごいなという、そんなところからグランプリを取ったという。で初年度はそれをもう実際に試作して商品化しようという動きになっていったわけですね。
The diatomite oven was conceived and designed by a graduate student at the Kanazawa College of Art. He entered it in a contest sponsored by an organization that creates and promotes diatomite products. The group, headed by Kazuo Kiji, gave the design its highest award.
僕自身も日本酒と一緒にとかそういったイメージがあって日本古来のっていうイメージがあるんですけど、素材の持つ可能性で新しい楽しみ方のできるアイテムに変わる っていうことをこれで伝えたいなと思いました。
This is the prototype that won the grand prize. Later, through trial and error, other more practical models were developed, and the design grew into what is produced today. These are the heat-resistant bricks that are used for the diatomite oven. They are made by baking Noto Peninsula diatomite. These are large cooking stoves called kamado, which use firewood or charcoal for cooking. Just like the kamado, this pizza oven is also made of heat-resistant bricks. This increases the energy efficiency inside the oven by spreading the heat radiated by the bricks using convective currents. This helps bring out the aromatic flavor of the pizza.
まず自分たち自体がこういうシリンとかレンガとかを焼くために窯を焚いてますんで、自分らがこの窯を焚くためのノウハウっていうのが一番生かされてます。実際にこの火の熱をどうやって効率よく動かしていくかっていうのは同じところでできたということですね。
This is another type of pizza oven, which is carved from natural diatomite using the same methods as for making shichirin cooking stoves. It is called the DOGAMA'D and was designed to look like a larger version of a shichirin cooking stove. It is lightweight, compact, and has a distinctive Japanese look. It does not require any special installation. You simply need to have enough space and you can bake pizza anywhere you like. Because diatomite is so heat efficient, it eliminates wasteful use of charcoal. And since it does not let heat out of the oven, it feels cool to the touch and does not heat up the room, eliminating the need to lower the room temperature. Its design, inspired by the look of the shichirin cooking stove, gives the pizza oven a familiar feel.
今のシチリンの技術を使いつつ、もう少し先進性であったりとか、今まで持っているシチリンの柔らかさとか温かさみたいなものが融合して、今の家庭にも取り入れられる形にならないかなっていうのは、外装のなんていうんですかね、形でのトライっていうのはあったんですけど、結果的にコストのことであったりとかでこういう形で表現していただいてます。
この蓋の構造にちょっと特徴がありまして、下で熱源があるわけなんですけども、その熱が上昇した後、ちょうど隅のピザの上にも熱が戻ってくるように還流するように構造が作られているのが最大の特徴ですね。この部分がちょうど煙突になってまして、この煙突のところへ熱が一旦集まってから出てくるという格好になります。
So why did an industry concerned with the manufacturing of a traditional Japanese product decide to branch out into something like pizza ovens? There is a crisis felt by businesses in the diatomite industry. There's been a strict decline in the demand for shichirin cooking stoves, and the current economic state has also affected the production of heat-resistant bricks. That is why the Noto Earthenware project was launched, and a contest was organised in order to find the next generation of diatomite products. The result, a remarkable display of cooperation with the Kanazawa College of Art, has brought a new ray of hope to the industry.
一番お声が多かったのはパッと見てかっこいいと、このデザイン、それはやっぱり美大さんのおかげですので、そういう点は我々の会としてはですね、非常に感謝しています。はい。
Will the pizza oven help stimulate the diatomite industry? It'll definitely be worth keeping an eye on.